Hello Niblio community. I understand you expect the different video yesterday, much more about the production lines and these fancy stuffs like robot, but we expected or we felt that the message we sent you was more important. But I know that you are excited to see the how the PL frameworks works and what it can offer to the industrial players like factories in automotive. We are preparing the website where the services will be described, but you know, the COVID and everything, it take much longer than we expect, so I decided to record you the short video to prove that everything works and it's not just some pump and dump or some hoax, it's everything working. Yeah. So let's start. We already have for our partners which testing the beta and other things, we prepared the multiple releases, yeah, like for Linux ARM we have multiple application builds for the Linux x64 and Windows 64. We can build for multiple other platforms like iOS and Android, but now we are focusing for this. We also have a mobile application, PL Mobile. Okay, so there is some other useful things for our partners, such as documentation, online check. So we have to find a translator, but we already have one because our English is terrible. Yeah, so there is the description how to install it, how to use it. Yeah, with a screenshot. So it's really well prepared for the user applications. And most of the producers of production line will just add this guidelines or manual to their manual, so it will save the time too. You don't need to describe the common functions in the of the production line. Also, there is some screenshots from PL Mobile, which is helpful for capturing QR codes or the NFC or RFID chips. Yeah, we usually use some durable phones like this one. Yeah, and so on. Oh, it's pretty long. Also, we are preparing the integration manual, but it's not prepared yet. It will be focused much more to PLC integrators. Yeah. Also, we provide Swagger UI. So if I will show you the Swagger UI tool, Swagger editor. Yeah, for most of the services we use the Swagger, which is some kind of standard in the industry. For example, the Skoda Auto will not accept your services if you will not provide the Swagger. So it works very easily. I would just find the Swagger for example the for example PL robot. Okay, and I've got it in here. You can see, and you can search the whole commands which are available to control the robot through the PL robot. Yeah, for example, you can get a robot list. Yeah, there is some example how the data will looks like, and you can also write your own UE. Yeah. We provide some UE which is unified for most of our services, but you can write your own or make some integration or use it as a simple driver. Okay, so how it works? I prepared just a demo of few applications. We have also the PL marking server which can handle the lasers or some printers. We have a PL palette ID server, but the most important services is the node executor, which can start the Node-RED using the ADIS MQTT broker, which is built into Node-RED, but you don't need to use it. You can use any of the others MQTT broker which is available, because this technology is universal. Okay, so the MQTT is already started, so I start the PL core. Yeah, it's the main application which handle what is going on different palettes with the products and so on. Here you can see that it's connected to MQTT. Then PL station. Yeah, this don't care about these errors. I preset to 20 virtual PLCs, which is not connected now. But at the start, it will do the subscription. Wait a minute. It will do the subscription to topic with the station. It's like, wow, lots of data. Wait a minute. Yeah, there is it. Yeah, PL subscription to PL station. Yeah. When this happens, it will load the configuration from the PL core, so it see how the production line is configured, and it will create the digital twins for each station. Yeah, there it has information that the first station has a name, yeah, some unique hash, what the kind of the station driver it will use, and again unique, the name of the station, and so on. There are many of the stations, and for each of this station it will create a virtual twin with the socket server. Yeah, so you can see that multiple socket servers already started, and this is just the grabbing the data from the real PLC. You can see that cannot query PLC, yeah, on some specific address and loading the actual state or superoperation state and so on, and feeders. Yeah, you can see we already have implemented motors, stepper motors, feeders, and so on. Yeah, but this is a part of the PLC, and we will check it later. So another important services is a PL robot. You already saw it in the action. Yeah. Okay, it load the various drivers what we have in the database, but most of them are not robot type, so it's skipped, just marked like cannot load it, and there is just one robot in the database which was already loaded, as I will show you later. And the last thing is our UE. Is a PL view server which handles the security API, and also the view for the applications. Yeah. Okay, so we started most of the things. Our Carel is already connected and running. You know, shit happens, so the display is crashed, but I can still control it. Okay, let's open the UI on the local host, and that's the PL framework UE without the PL economy. We're still working on that. I wrote a post that I will I already contact my friend and co-author of the PL framework. Wow, I can't. Oh, okay. And he will help me to solve some interesting ideas which needs his experiences to build it. Yeah. So wait a while. Okay. Okay, I perform this. Okay, I'll already connected. You can see that it will open the much more functionalities, and it's already loaded and prepared. Yeah, don't care about the UE design. We will fix it with our graphic expert, but no time now. Okay, how this works? There is the different tabs which can help you to solve some issues what you need to handle in the production line. For example, the product settings. Because in Industry 4.0 you need to reconfigure the station before the product will come, because on one production line you usually produce the multiple version of the products. That's why we designed this. Yeah. So a full product looks like this one. Yeah. There is some kind of recipe of operation, and each operation is the station. And on each station you can do the multiple processes, which is already pre-programmed in the PLC. and you can load it from the PLC to create this recipe. It will gives you the multiple variation of the products, and you can also do the products for testing just one station. Yeah, for example, this one. Yeah, I have to do some special test on one station with a camera inspection. So I create the etalon, which will just test the station with just one sub operation. Oh, sorry, it doesn't focus well. Okay, inspect P. Yeah, when it's done, it will not add OK or NOK part, but it will inform about the successful or unsuccessful pass of the etalon through the station, and you know if your inspection is working or not. Yeah, and you don't need to stop the whole production. You can just choose the free empty pallet, place this version of product on it, and just flow it into the normal production, and the controller PL core will recognize that you selected etalon for testing and doesn't count it into the total production OK or NOK. Yeah. The same thing, you can load the production order, which will identify for who customer is this production and so on. Now I will show you how it works through the or via Node-RED. I prepared some demos, but usually it's connected to some higher layer in the industry, such as orchestral platform and so on. Yeah. So, and I will okay. Oh, it's there. Yeah. In Node-RED, I have just simple JSON form about some production. Yeah, and it will make a payload in the JSON, so it's unified for most of the softwares which can consume it. And when I feed it into MQTT, I have in here some prepared production orders which I can check, and if I want, I can select it as for the production. Yeah. So you can see the ID was changed, the number of parts was changed, or I can do the correction, and so on, lots of functionalities. The same thing with the persons. I can load the person, I can select a predefined role on the production line. There is the list of all stations on the production line, so I can keep the information where the person is located, so track how he is successful on the, for example, manual workstation, and add some NTP1 tokens if he will be much faster than the others, because now we have a data and we can compare it and make some benefits or create some benefits for our operators, because they will be motivated and it will make our production much better. There is the list of the station. You can see that there is 2 stations in the standby. It's like it's running on this PLC. It's a BNR PLC, the same producers as these industrial computers. I think it's pretty cool and pretty neat things, because it's cheap and it costs maybe 200 or 300 euros, and it has a durable inputs and outputs on 24 logic for industry, so it's very well made, and it's based on some ARM microprocessor with dual core, so enough power for this application. The most of the things is most of the tasks are already built into PL core, so this PLC is not under the pressure of some bigger load of functionalities. Yeah. We also prepared some universal. Oh, I didn't run it, so sorry. It's a different service. I will show you later. Okay, so let's go to palettes. I will probably record more videos, because now I see it's 15 minutes, so maybe you will be bored with so long videos, but it's a huge framework, so it will take a while before I show most of the functionalities. Okay, so in palettes I can add the multiple palettes based random ID, or I can make it auto-register. So when the pallet will come into the first station, and first station will load the unique ID of the pallet, send it to PL core. So the PL core will load it automatically. Yeah, you don't need to add it every time, but you can predefine the palettes and tell the PL core that none out of this range of pre-select palettes will be accepted. Yeah, so it can prevent some mistakes in the production that you building the two kind of version of products. Each of them has a unique palette, and you have to check if there is the correct palette in the production, and if not, don't do any action. Yeah, the PL framework handle it for you. To each palette you can manually select the product, or again it can happen automatically. So I can select, for example, the etalon, and it will create the recipe for the etalon. I can check the information about it. I can load the data from the file. I can save data to file. I can rewrite the information inside of PL core if I'm the admin, and I am. And there I can see what should happen. Yeah, just some camera inspection, check part with one sub operation, just the etalon. As you can see, it's etalon true. Yeah. So it's prepared for the production, and second palette is the empty. And I have some. I will start also the setting server. Wait a minute, it's also interesting service because it's unifying the settings for PLCs and the different kind of technologies. Because in industry you usually have just the string pairs as a setting. So we built the universal PL setting server. Yeah, you can see that already loaded the PLCs and some other technologies. You can add, for example, the lasers and some reader, and there you can find the settings of these technologies. For example, I would take some station, and it has just one unique settings with some unique hash, and there you can see the values stored. Sorry, it's again. Okay, it's sharp now. Yeah, there you can see the multiple variables, the name of the variable and value, and the type. You can see this bool, true, and finish after all sub operation done. So this is some information for PLC. You can load to edit it, save it, and it's stored in persistence in PostgreSQL. Yeah, you're probably waiting for this. You can see that PL Robot, most famous thing from my Twitter. I'm little sad because the message from yesterday was much more important, but I know you like this fancy stuff. So let's see how it works. I will connect. Oh, it already loaded the production hours, the serial number of the controller, the IP address, and any other information I see. There is the 6 axis of this on this robot. There is the part where I can access the variables in the robot. For example, I have to choose just correct module, program, and variable value I can read. There you can see there's 1 now. I don't remember if it's 3 or 4, so let's try 3. It's some pre-programmed program which I prepared in the ABB robot. We also designed some universal template which will offer you the possibility to preset in asynchronous mode what the robot should do in the next run. So during his moving, you can prepare the next tasks for him. It's much better than the common systems, because you can eliminate the most of communication between the robot and PLC, because you are preparing the information for him during he's doing his job. Yeah, so immediately when he will finish, you can trigger it, for example, with IO pin or something very fast on real-time base, and he will start to doing the next one. In most of the cases, I expect the 99%, you will exactly know what to do next. Yeah, in maybe 1 or up to 5% in most cases, you have to stop him because something wrong happened or so on. Yeah. There you can see the coordinates, and we can also the record movements into the graph to see if there is, there you can see the actual position, or maybe some UE stuff, doesn't care. I'm not good in UVs, but I'm the backend programmer. Okay, the robot is prepared. Let's see what happens when I trigger it. Oh, it's moving. It's very easy. Yeah, that's why I can connect it to Niblio and NTP tokens, because our API is ready to be controlled from another application and other triggers. Yeah. And there you can see the movement. You can see when the motor is on. See, it's little moving. Yeah, because there's the servo mechanism which control the axis. And what is very interesting, I can record, for example, this one, and it should be stable. Yeah, but when I move it, I hope you will see it. Maybe this will be better. I cannot do it with one hand, but the axes are so precise. You can see now I'm not moving with robot or pressing to robot, and when I do it, you can see how big is the differences on the values just with when I pressing with my hand to the robot. So that allowed me the possibility to check if robot is overloaded, if there is something happen like crash or this thing, because I can see the slightly pressing of my hand. Yeah, so it's really great tool. And also I will show you the simulator of the whole production line. So I will select the empty pallet. Don't need to select the station, just put it into the handler. And when I looked again to pallets, it will start within a while, I hope, if I set everything correct. No? Did I did? Wait a minute, did everything correct? Pallet 1, go to the handler. Oh, it's correct, but I didn't start the production, you see. Stop the production. Okay, let's start the production. Pallets. It's on the way, so maybe it will get, no? Cool. And here we go. Pallets. Now. Grab the general effect. I will add some new palette. Okay, there is it. And try it again. I hope. No, I'm working on 16 projects, so it's very hard to set up everything, because I'm switching from one setting to another setting. Adding new palette, okay. So where it does send it. Wait a while. Oh, I'm getting reconnected. I will not record it again. So I have to figure it out or not, or I will record you the video about it later. But it's a little strange. Load to the simulator. Okay. Cannot load palette list. It should be okay. I don't know. Okay, so the simulator will be probably later, but it's a little strange. I will try to send the etalon if it works. Right. Load to the station. Yeah, because I can pre-select the exact station and send it to station. Okay, minutes. Okay, probably set up something wrong. But I don't remember. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't sleep well for a while, so I'm a little tired, and I cannot remember now what happened. Doesn't care. I will show you later. I will record a video about just the simulator if you agree. Okay. What will happen if you will record or do some simulation? You can analyze the data again in the JSON form, and you can search this data later. It looks like this. You can see that the palette and product went through all these stations and operation. We also have the simulation of the moving of on the production line, because the whole chain is long. It's about 15 minutes or 20 minutes before the product will pass through all the station, and you can see the simulation in here. So as a specialist, some technology or quality manager, you can analyze the whole process in whole chain before you will start to creating the production line. You can also filter it, for example, the all operation on the production line, and you can see this is just the simulated time, but you can see, for example, the lubrication took 727 milliseconds, and so on. Yeah, to see the simulation working, I can show you the stoppers on the production line. This will stop the pallet on exact position, do some action, but when you simulate it, it should be the same, and you can see in here. You can see it here. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. There you can the information from the simulator. You can download log as the file. You can see, yeah, right in here. Export it and provide it to your colleagues to check the simulation if it's correct or not, or just consume it by some higher information system. And there you can see the operation and suboperation which was provided from PL core, the assembly part with suboperation fixed part, wait button, release part, and fixed part. Okay, so it's very configurable, and whole PL core, which is main, is configured by very easy configuration file, which looks like this. Pretty long because I have a 20 station in here, but you will just preset some products, but you can use your our UI, and then you will preset the station. Like it's a product, and there is the station. Yeah, there you can add the simulation time from previous station, if the stoppers are active, how long does it take the transport between the stoppers, how does it make, how is the name. There is some information for PL station server, which grabbing data from real PLCs in unified form through our WebSocket system and WebSocket, not WebSocket, TCP/IP socket messaging services, which copy the WebSocket server. Yeah, and I can add multiple station with different drivers, and the description of the drivers and so on we will provide you later, because there are lots of work to be done, and now my colleague have to focus to the different projects, so he will be available maybe in the next week. And I'm not kidding, we are already started the PL economy, yeah, and also the PL economy drivers is already in the project. I'll already add it into the repository to main branch, so don't worry, we're still working on it, but you know, lots of work to be done. Okay, so I think as an introduction, just some user configuration and these things, you probably believe me, it's working. Sorry for the simulator. I will prepare another another video just about the simulation, because I probably missed some configuration, so that's why it doesn't work. And it's 30 minutes, so I think this video you will like it, and help us to also share our message from yesterday, because I think it's important, and if we will not act, this software will die, because most of the people on the earth die. It doesn't make sense what happens now, so please help us, and we will continue to bring this great tool, I hope, in the open source form. But as I told you, I have to discuss it with our partners, because I'm the author, I'm the creator, I can do it, but I think I should discuss it with them, because they are great people and help us in lots of things around it. So let's keep on eyes on let's keep eyes on us, and just ask question if you have some. I would be happy to explain you more about our technologies and what we're preparing now. So thank you, and support Niblio, because it's a great technology. I'm so impressed what they built. I didn't expect that the Niblio will be such a great tool. So this is just great coincidence. I didn't expect that, because I started to write this this software before 1.5 year, or maybe one and a half year, because if I will show you the proof is much better than the words. I can show you the repository. It started, initial commit was 25 and 20, and it was already from the different repository. We start. I will show it too to prove it, because you can see that in the first commit I already posted lots of classes which I copied from the previous project, which didn't have so nice architecture. So I re-architecture the whole solution, and then continue. Yeah, and you can see that lots of work we did. And this is just the repository with 21 projects, and you see them. I do lots of job in that, and I can show you the Gitlab to see the previews when it started, and then I will stop. Okay, production line controller. Okay, Kitten helped me to write something. Production line controller, and there is the previous the project which started during one not holiday, but Christmas, and I will find you the start of this project. Oh, initial comment. There is it. You can see. So I'm not kidding. There was no bubble about the cryptocurrencies in last January, so I design it and build it without the dependency of cryptocurrency. The coincidence we found the Niblio as a great tool for using in virtual economy of Industry 4.0 was a good luck for us, because it saved me lots of time. And as I told you, for me as a programmer of these kind of frameworks, it will save amount of time. So I will buy all Niblio if I would be possible, because I don't have money, so I don't care. And because it's great. Yeah, so if whole crypto world will die, I will clone the repository and use it for my application as it is, because it's great blockchain technology. And please focus on the technology and not the cryptocurrencies and some fancy stuffs, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So let's continue with our industrial application with Karel.